Hey everyone, it's me. Just vlogging because tonight I'm by myself again. Hey, so I get to vlog. Um, just listening to some Blonde Redhead. Uh, my elitist musical taste. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty open to most music. I mean, I can't be terribly closed-minded when it comes to music, because I'm a musician, but there are plenty of bands that should not be in the limelight. I mean, plenty out there that just sound like garbage. I'm sorry. Um, so anyway, on the topic of music, our band rocked out on Wednesday night. Like, unbelievable, okay? We get there. There's 6 other bands in the competition, okay? We are the last to play, which is usually the best slot. It's the closing night slot. It's usually when the most people are there, you get the most support and energy from the crowd. So we get up on stage and just play our hearts out. I mean, technically it wasn't perfect. It wasn't at the level we usually play, but all the energy was there, the people were there, the support. So they announced the winners as we're on the stage, which was definitely a good sign. I mean, if we weren't one of the winners, I'm sure they'd wait for us to go back in the crowd and wait for us to take everything that we went off the stage. But they didn't. They announced the winners, and voila, we were the winner of the night, okay? So we get to move on to round 2 of the Battle of the Bands, and hopefully we kick ass the second time around. So, that was a really awesome night, up until a certain point, okay? We had a hell of a situation transitioning from the space in Hamden to Port Chester, New York, okay? So there was a few events along the way that led to a not so great night. Not so lucky. I mean, still fun, but we weren't so lucky. We come out, we start driving away, and we notice one of our friends from the show is pulling off to the side of the road, and we're like, oh shit, what's going on? Turns out they had a flat tire, alright? And so we wait there for a while. Well, my boyfriend, I mean, I could have changed it myself. My boyfriend was like giving me a hard time. He wants to look like he's a cool guy, masculine, you know, all that shit. So I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. Change the friggin' tire so we can get on with the day. Night, rather. So after that happens, we get back in the car. We drive almost over an hour, okay? We drive over an hour. We're already really tired from the show, really tired from playing. Still have sufficient energy to drink and go out. We get to Stanford, it turns out last call's 12:30, and by the time we get there it's 12. So we're like, oh no. So we decide to keep going down the road, okay? Drive into Port Chester, and when we get there, we park across the street from the bar, and there's this guy that comes out of nowhere, and he's like, did you just park in there? Did you just drive out of there? And we're like, yeah, we didn't park. We realized that there's no spots in there. Did you park there? And he's like, well, you can't really park there. And we're like, alright. So we pull around to the other side of the deli across the street, and it seems like a good place to park, a safe place to park. And there's a crowd of, you know, guys out there that claim that they haven't been in the bar yet that night. They've been outside an hour because this guy, they tell us to run him over, okay? They tell us to back right into him, and the guy's standing right there hearing all this. And it turns out this guy that questioned us before actually puts boots, the car boots on the cars, and it costs $80 to get them removed. Not only that, you have to wait like an hour for him to get the friggin' thing off. So that was our first impression of the bar, alright? We get inside. they're playing, they're doing karaoke, and every single song that anyone in there sings is terrible, okay? Terrible selection, terrible song, terrible voices. Except for Disarmed by Smashing Pumpkins. Some guy who sounds like a chick sang that. Didn't do it justice, I'm sorry. But I got up there, I sang Moody Blues, and I sang... I can't remember the other one I sang, because I was already gone at the time. I mean, so here's the thing. I ordered a Long Island iced tea like I usually do. I can usually handle 3, maybe 4. I mean, there's 4 shots. It's a mix of gin, rum, tequila, and vodka, all mixed up into one drink. Usually it looks like iced tea. Usually it's got that color, you know, of a classic tea. But I was given this drink, and first off, the guy gave the drink to the wrong person. And I had to... It took me like 10 minutes to wave the friggin' guy down. And I finally order, and he gives it to the wrong girl. And he's like, oh, sorry, and hands it to me. And I give him a 20, and then he gives the change to that other girl. I'm like, hold on. Guy, you're not going to get a tip from me. But I'm so generous, I just gave him a tip anyway. $1, whatever. I figure, heck, karma. What comes around goes around, you know? Or goes around comes around. I'd just rather be the nice guy in most situations, so I gave him his tip. So, I drink this drink. It tastes like a regular Long Island iced tea. Not as good as the place in Stanford makes it, but it tasted normal to me. I get up and do the karaoke, come back, finish my drink, order another one, alright? And, I mean, there's some sketchy people in this bar. I thought I was drunk. This girl came out of nowhere, this blonde chick, and she just, like, pulls me over to the front where some dude is singing this lame, like, slow Star 99.9, like, dramatic bullshit song. And I'm like, what's going on here? I don't even know who this chick is. She, like, pulled me up to the front and was, like, forcing me to dance with her. And I'm like, I don't know you, bitch. I didn't say that, but I just kindly walked away and left the room, basically, because my boyfriend and everyone else were in the room adjacent. So I get into the room, sit down at the table with them, and it's a struggle, okay? It's a struggle to make conversation there, because my boyfriend tends to argue and pick out every single fault in what I say, alright? It's excruciating being drunk with my boyfriend, to the point where, I mean, I know I understand the alcohol was really a big factor in this, but when we left, I was actually so irritated and so pissed off. I just got out of the car, alright? And I was like threatening to call taxi, okay? I was gonna call taxi and have taxi drive me home. And I realized, looking back on it, that wasn't so smart. So, of course, Jesse, like an idiot, I don't think I should have said his name. Whatever. I probably have before in these videos. But we drive back, okay? And so yeah, I don't know what was mixed into my drink, but I'm pretty sure maybe somebody next to me on the bar while I was up doing karaoke put some sort of powder or some toxic substance into my drink. I mean, it was the drunkest I've ever been in my life. No joke. The drunkest I have ever been. And I think there's a time limit on this. Am I already at... Yeah, I'm already at 9-10 minutes. So I might have to make a part 2.